What's up, you guys? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. As you can tell, this is finally the tax video that you have been asking for. I have been saying I will do. So here it finally is. I just want to tell you a little bit before I start. I am not a tax expert. I feel like I don't even have to say that because it's very obvious, but I am not a tax expert. Everything I say here is just pretty much what I am doing in my opinions and just what I think is correct for me. So do what you will with this information. Talk to someone if you would really like to. There are tax experts out there. You can pay on TurboTax to have an actual tax person do it for you if you want. It's just pretty expensive. So if you aren't comfortable doing this, then don't, because you don't want to mess up. That would suck. So just keep in mind that not everything I say could be completely accurate. I don't 100% know what I'm talking about. I have done this before, but this year is a little bit different for me. I haven't had to do multiple different streams such as DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber, that many at once. I've had to do a couple, but never this many. So it's going to be a little different for me. And then also I wanted to mention that this is going to be a walkthrough, but I'm not actually going to be doing my taxes right now. I'll have to save it or something because I don't have all of my tax forms, but I really want to get this video out for you guys so you have it. So whenever you do this, you can look at something and have some sort of reference. But I only have my DoorDash and then my YouNow. And I don't even think I have my YouTube. I'll have to look into it, but I'm waiting on my Grubhub. Uber's being a little butthole, so they're acting like they're not even sending me one. So I just have to, I guess, do it myself on the app and just put in that amount of money because I know how much I made. So I don't really know, but I'm not going to really be doing mine, but I will be walking you guys through it. So I will have my information shown. A lot of that will be blocked out. I just wanted to let you guys know beforehand. So yours will look different, obviously. And for this video, I am going to be using TurboTax. I have used them for 3 years now, it told me. So I really like it. That's how I do it. I don't use a tax person. My parents use a tax person. I personally just like to do it myself. I feel like it's cheaper. And TurboTax is pretty straightforward. I feel like you'll understand it even if you weren't watching this video. But hey, I'm going to go through it with you guys. And if I say anything incorrect, then correct me down below. Be nice. But let's just get started. Oh, one thing, I am going to be recording this a little bit differently because I'm going to screen record it, and I'm just going to use my computer webcam to record myself because I'm just going to be tiny on the screen so you guys can actually focus on what I'm doing. So if it's a little different, doesn't look as great quality, that's why I'm just trying to figure out how to make this video work because it's honestly kind of complicated with my setup of the desk. So I'm sorry, I'm trying, but let's just get into it. Okay, I'm back. So I'm on the computer. Hopefully it doesn't look too terrible, but I just want to go over a couple more things before we actually get into it. I wrote notes the other day, so hopefully they still make some sense to me. But I'm just going to go over the basics. If you're really, really new to this, you might not know these things, but hopefully you do because they're very basic. So obviously, if you make over $600 in a year, you're going to need to file taxes, which honestly, $600 is like nothing. So I think they should raise that because I can't even pay half of my rent with that. So in a month. So, a little ridiculous. And also the IRS actually changed it. So this year we are now using a 1099 NEC form. It doesn't really impact us much, honestly, because it's the companies that send it to us that have to do that. So I've already gotten, like I said, my DoorDash form, and it was a 1099 NEC instead of the other one, which I think was like the MISC. I could be wrong. I don't know. But it's just a little bit different, but it really doesn't impact us that much at all. It looks like a simpler form, honestly, so it's really not a big deal. So DoorDash should have sent the form to you. Oh, I want to talk about this too, you guys. So there is more to taxes than just what I'm going to be doing right here. If you do the type of jobs that we do, if you're watching this, like our self-employment stuff, if you're self-employed, you should be filing quarterly taxes. I wish we would learn about this in school because I actually had no idea that this was a thing when I started doing this. So I missed a couple of my quarterly taxes because I had no idea I had to pay them until I asked my mom what the heck that was. And she was like, oh my gosh, you haven't been doing that? And I'm like, no, because I didn't know I had to. So you can get fined by the IRS if you don't do this. So I really don't know what to tell you about how much to put in. But if it's your first year, I wouldn't pay in too much or anything because you hopefully will have a lot to write off, but maybe just $200 to $300 each quarter put in. Honestly, I don't know. If you have any recommendations, let me know down below because this was the first year that I've actually had to do that. And I missed the first 2 this year because I just didn't know that you had to pay those. So I'm sure I'll get hit with some fees or something. Who knows? I don't know. It's stressful. So you do pay those 4 times a year. That's why it's called quarterly. I actually have set my phone for the next about 3 years. So every day that it's due, I have a reminder on my phone so I know to go on there and pay it. And it's very simple. You just go to the IRS and go on their website and you pay it. It's not too hard. So, and if you overpay, you will be reimbursed. So don't be worried about that. I think online it did say to pay around 20 to 25% of your income from that quarter. So if you want to pay that much, do it. I personally didn't, just because I didn't know how much I just didn't know. Okay. I'll be honest. I didn't know. So you might want to look into that more on your own, because I just don't know about quarterly taxes. I just know you have to pay them. So if you hear me clicking, I'm sorry, but I have to click to go over this with you guys. But there are some things on here that are personal. So you're going to want to fill out the very first part of this by yourself. I chose the least expensive way to go. If you got that email from Grubhub, there was a way you could save 50%. So that's what I'm doing. I think it comes to like $45 probably plus tax. So I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions like, were you a full-time student? I'm going to screen record this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So on here, make sure you put what you are, if you're single, married, whatever. I'm considered single. Was at least one of your parents alive? Yes. Okay, they were. Children, I don't have children. I don't know. Did I make money in any other state? No, I did not. And obviously I'm filing as single. So probably a lot of you are, unless you're married. So who knows, but single's right for me. I'm going to skip a little of this because it just shows all my personal information. So I'm just talking right now, but it's showing all my personal information. I need to change some of it actually because it has my old address. So now I'll be putting in my new address. So make sure that you have all of the correct info, because you don't want to. Oh, also make sure you put on there that no one can claim you as a dependent. Johnny actually messed that up, and so he did not get his stimulus checks. So he has to wait till this year to get them. And it was a stressful thing. So make sure you're very careful about what you put on this, because just one wrong click and you could be fucked up. So you could be screwed. So I actually have quite a few occupations. I'm going to have to add them now because 2020 was the last year I'm doing any real estate stuff. So I still have it on here as real estate agent, because I actually have a couple things I have to show the IRS, because I made a very small amount of money doing real estate this year. But then obviously I have DoorDash and all my other stuff. So I have a lot to do. It's going to be stressful doing this. So it's asking all these questions like, did you support yourself in 2020? Yes, obviously I did. I paid for more than half of my expenses. Now we're going to go look into the income and expenses. Also, this video is going to be a long one, so I'm sorry, you guys, but it's just how it is. It is. So this income from last year's return. So this is if you've done taxes before. So I'm sure this will look a lot different. You'd probably just be starting from scratch, but it has a lot of info for me. So that's why. But does this still apply? Yes. Yes. Other miscellaneous income. I don't know why it says other miscellaneous. No. I'm sure that's not. I would definitely put no if it says other miscellaneous income, but I don't know. For me, I'm putting no just because all of my income from DoorDash should be on the 1099 NEC and my real estate. So I'm not sure why that one is like that, but I'm going to put no. Let me know what you put. And confirm if you want. Yes, I want to delete those. Now let's get some info. Did you get dividends from holding company stocks or shares? We're going to have to go through our 2021 self-employed work summary. So I'm just going to delete my real estate one because I don't know how much I made yet, and so I can't really do this, but I'm going to do my DoorDash one because I actually do know how much I made for DoorDash. So it is a main source of my income, but it's also a side job, to be honest. So, let's see. No, I didn't stop food delivery. Did you make these payments for food delivery? Paid a contractor so you want to do work for me? No, I didn't make these payments. No, you're going to say, no, you didn't, because you did not pay anyone. You're the one being paid. You did not have to send a form to nobody. So no, you did not make those payments. And so it's going to show your business address as where you live. That's totally fine, I'm sure. That's what it did last year. I didn't hear anything about it. So just leave that. I just put DoorDash food delivery. You can do whatever, but I'm going to be doing all these separately. So like I'll have Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber, you know what I mean, Favor, and Favor. Gosh, I'm still waiting for that one too. So now I'm just gonna say looks good. Oh, look, if you drove for Uber Eats, we can, okay, yeah. I didn't know that, you guys. Apparently, who knows how correct this is, though, but it says you can import from Uber. So let's see. Okay, get my form. Except this is weird because Uber is telling me I don't need a form. So let's see if this actually works. I'm gonna have to you guys are gonna be looking at a blank screen right now because, privacy, but let's see if this actually works. I guess you'll just be looking at me, not at a blank screen. Why would I do that? But it's connecting to Uber, it says. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of cool that you can do this with Uber. So the only thing that's stressing me out is because I only made like 3,000 something from Uber, so I'm wondering why it says that. But it did say that I made my income, but that's not my net worth or whatever you want to call it, because they like charge you. Uber like charges you to use their app, so you don't see it. They don't actually charge you after you get paid or anything. It's all before you see the offer and stuff. It's taken out already, but it's weird that it says that, so we'll see, because I don't want to have to enter this manually. But let's see. So now you're going to be doing your deductions for your food delivery. And so I think it's a little stressful because I think you have to do it individually, obviously. So one's going to be for Uber and then one's going to be for DoorDash, and you're going to have to do that for all of them. So you're going to have to do like, I did this many miles for this and this many miles for this. I'm sure it's not that big of a deal if you didn't actually keep track, like, oh, I did this many for Uber, this many for DoorDash. I'm sure it's fine. What I would do is honestly just take however many miles you had and divide it by the number of different apps you used, and I would just put that number for all of them. That's what I'm going to do, except for maybe Uber, because apparently they know. Actually, no, I'm not even going to let Uber do my thing, because I do not trust them. They do not have the right miles, and neither do Grubhub if you've seen their emails. So let's take a look at the expenses you had for delivering. So let's see, you guys. So obviously communications, yes, because you used a phone. That does not mean you can write off your phone fully or anything. But depending on how much you use your phone and how much you use it for business like this, you can actually write off that percentage depending if you bought your phone this year, which I actually did. So I get to write off a percentage of it because I use quite a bit of my phone for work, a lot more than I use it for myself now, honestly. And so you can do that. And then I'm sure you can pay off your actual monthly phone bill if you want. Not all of it, again, a percentage. Thankfully, I do not pay for my phone bill, so that is great. I don't even have to worry about that. So I'm going to check communications. And then taxes and licenses. So for food delivery, I don't have to do that. I will have to do that for my real estate, but this is only for food stuff, so I'm not going to get into that at all with you guys. I'm only going over food stuff with you. I'm sorry we had to see all the real estate stuff, but that's just how it is on TurboTax, so yeah, so no, I didn't do any of that. Advertising, no. Building, business insurance. I mean, I don't think you need any of these. None of these look like, no, I don't see them. The only other thing we're really going to need is our deductions we're going to do, but that's on the deductions page, so we don't really have to worry about that right now. So I'm just going to click next. So here's my food delivery driving info. It says I made 4,500 apparently. So we're going to see, because I think they're not exactly correct. I'm a little annoyed right now. So let's see. Let's review this. It says vehicle. So you're going to enter the make of your car. I'm going to put Honda Civic. I'm going to do a auto under 6,000. I think that's what it is. When did I start using this vehicle? I mean, I guess we're going to say the first. Is that what that? See, this is why I'm glad I'm going through this with you guys, because I don't know. Is it just talking about here? I'm just going to say 12-2019 because I started using it in 2019. So maybe that's right. I own this vehicle, so you can enter your stuff. It was available for personal use. But no, I didn't. Did you keep track of the miles you drove? Yes, I tracked my miles for this vehicle. How do you want to enter your mileage for this Honda? Okay, so now you're going to enter the total miles you drove for 2020, and they're talking about like total, including everything, including personal, work, all of it, and then it's going to ask you like right there how much of it was for work. So I'm just going to put a random one, like 50,000 just for, actually, no, I'm not going to put 50,000. I'm going to put like 45,000 for total. That's not like total for actually working or anything, but I did drive quite a bit, even just personal. So definitely probably drove that much. So I'm just going to put in a random number because I'm going to have to redo all of this anyways. I'm not going to be submitting this because I don't have everything. So none of this even really matters right now. So I'm just going to say 45,000 miles for this. And then it says total miles recorded by Uber was 7,000. I just don't believe that I drove that many, honestly, for Uber. I didn't take that many orders. There's no way I drove that many. That's why I'm saying you might not want to go with whatever Uber's saying, even though they're giving you more miles. But I definitely did not drive 7,000 miles with Uber. There's no way, because I just started with them not that long ago, and I know I didn't. So now let's just say 40,000 for work. Okay. Were 4 more other vehicles also used for this work? No. Such weird questions. So I had no parking fees. I did have tolls, though, for work this year because I accidentally went through tolls. So that's something I've actually had to pay this year. And I'd have to look. I know it's at least $25. So I'm just going to put 25. It's definitely more than 25. It's ridiculous. And it was only for a couple different tolls, but I got hit with late fees because I forgot. Transportation, none. Property taxes, including your car registration fees. Property tax, honestly, I don't know. I'm just going to put 0. I don't think it's enough to worry about it. Total interest paid on your car, 0 because it's paid off. So I think it's only going to say like you get 25 off. Yeah, you get a tax break of $25 because of the tolls. Cool. Okay. So here's my food delivery. So now I'm going to add income for this work. Form. What type of income did you receive for this work? Blah, blah, blah. Form. So you're just going to click add because it is the same thing. It's still food delivery. So we're going to go click continue. We're going to do another one. Who paid you? So for your DoorDash one means they actually do the Uber for you. I'm going to go and get my DoorDash form. To get your DoorDash form, just type in DoorDash, and it's from Stripe. So they said, oh, they've made your 2020 1099 NEC available. Oh my gosh. Oh, great. My link has been expired, so I have to have a new one sent to me. Are you serious? So it says who paid you. So all this info that you see on the screen is going to be on this form. It's very simple. So your payer's name is DoorDash. I'm just going to put DoorDash Inc., just how it says on here. How is your payer's federal ID number formatted? Let's see, my payer's federal ID number. Let's see. Okay, so mine is actually like this. And so you obviously can't see what I'm typing right now. I will have this blocked out. Once you get that, then you're going to put your non-employee compensation. And it's really nice because it says box 1, so you know where to go. Box 1, mine is $26,507, and this is just for DoorDash. So that's how much I made. And then obviously the federal income tax withheld is $0. It'll show that on yours because they don't hold any of your taxes. So, and then pretty sure I have no info in box 5 through 7. So I'm going to make sure. Nope, I don't have any info. So just click continue. Well, okay, now it's signing me out for some reason. What? Finish up to your... Okay, I don't know why it just randomly signed me. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up where you left off. I don't know why it just signed me out randomly. I was literally just doing what I was doing. So I don't know why I did that. But, okay, let's get the deductions unique to your delivery driving work. Did we not just do that? Okay, now you're going to do the tell us about expenses for food delivery driving, which we just did. So pretty sure we don't need any of these again. At least I don't. I don't see any that I need. So I'm going to click continue. I don't know why it keeps making me re-enter this info. It's actually getting really annoying, you guys. Hopefully it's not like this for you. So depending on how many miles you drive is really going to knock down your tax, because mine was literally just at like 5,000 and now it's down to like 600. So it's going to knock it down a lot. I still have more to enter, so it'll still need to be changed more. But for some reason, when I was just doing this, it wasn't working, and it's finally working. So if that happens, you might just have to re-enter it twice. I don't know why it kind of did a glitch. You might not even know what I'm talking about, but it did a little bit of a glitch. Now let's select your vehicle deduction. Your standard mileage deduction is $25,000. Wow. But your actual expenses could get you a bigger tax break. No, they cannot. No, they won't. I'm going to take the standard mileage because I did not have enough expenses to do that. I did not spend that much. So honestly, the best way for you, if you drove a lot in miles, I would definitely recommend that you go this direction and use this and not try to do expenses or whatever they're talking about, because you're going to get more out of this if you just do the standard mileage deduction of whatever, if you did a lot of miles. So now, if you didn't and you just got into it and you didn't drive very much and you had a lot more expenses and you needed car repairs or stuff, then yeah, go with that. But for me, this is the best option. So Like I said, I had the toll fees, so let's put 25. So now my deduction is now this, I guess. Woohoo, 25,000. So then here's what you're going to need to do from here, but I can't because I don't have all of my income yet. So you're going to just need to keep add income for this work. So if you have more food delivery, you're just going to click this form, click continue, do your payer, which is all going to be on your other forms. It's very simple. You just have to do the same thing over and over again. You'll do your more deductions, whatever. So hopefully that makes sense. But I'm not going to do any more of it. And then let's see, they have assets. Let's see if this is anything that has to do with it. Any large purchases. I'm sure there wasn't anything that you probably needed to purchase for this job, but maybe there was. Maybe you bought like a camera that was pretty expensive or something for your car for driving. So then you could do that here and click yes. Did you buy or do you already own any depreciable assets related to this business? And so it says, for tax purposes, depreciable assets are usually larger purchases, typically more than 200. It's a computer, blah, 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 blah. So if you had something, you could do that. I don't. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think it's worth it. So for the communications, I don't think you really would need to do anything on here, except maybe your cell phone service. If you pay for your phone, I think that's what it means. I'm sure you wouldn't need to write off your internet stuff because this has nothing to do with using internet because it's, you're out and about, you're not using internet. I guess if you pay for your phone, you could write off a portion of your monthly bill on here. I will not be doing that, so mine will just be 0 on here. But when we get down to supplies, this is where you can actually write off stuff, I guess, like it says car cleaning supplies, cell phone accessories, like a mount for your car, anything you use for work, you can write off right here. So in 2019, my supplies were like 20 or 35 bucks, but I don't know what they were. So on here, I would do like phone mount for 20 bucks or whatever, but you want to put the exact amount and then add another row like new phone, however much that was. But then, like I said, you have to take only a certain portion. So like mine means I use my phone pretty much 75% of the time for work. It would be 75% of however much that cost was. I don't know what that is right now. My phone costs like 700 bucks. So I'm just going to put for fun like 550. So then what would happen when you do that? So now you entered that, so then it makes your tax due even lower. And so if you have any other miscellaneous expenses, so this is where you're going to see something in this if you did Uber, because this is the service fee I was talking about. So that's how much that they actually took from what you could have made. So you did not get that 1,177 or however much yours is, but that's going to count towards your taxes, so it's actually good for you. But I don't know why they do it that way. I really don't know. I know DoorDash doesn't do that. I don't know why Uber does that. They're just weird. So I don't know. But I'm not going to put anything in this. I don't think there's anything else to put in it. So this is, if I only was doing Uber and DoorDash, this is where I would just end things. I would click done. And then you go to how much of your food delivery driving work took place within the U.S. All of it did for me. For a former employer, none of this was for a former employer. Do you have deductions for food delivery driving that you'll claim elsewhere? No. I'm going to say no. I'm sure most of you, this is no. And so then it says, are you ready to run your audit assessment? So this is, I believe, so they can see if it's likely that you're going to get audited. But I'm obviously not going to do that yet because I don't have all of my info yet. So I'm going to say skip for now. And then tax relief is available for self-employed workers. This I don't really know what it's talking about. I'm not going to worry about it. It's talking about taking sick time or family leave, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if it has to do with what's going on in the world. I think it's, what's going on with the world. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to not worry about that. So now it shows my income and expenses. So I haven't started my stocks or all that. I'm not going to do that on here because, like I said, it has nothing to do with this. And this will just take up a long time. So if you can't see, my 2020 income is super low now compared to what it said in my tax form, because if I was to put all of those miles, which my miles were not that high, but they're pretty close to 40,000, but they weren't that high. So I'll have to pay a little bit more than what you guys are seeing. But they minus all of that. So that's a lot to get written off. And then my 2019 is low just because I started in December, so it's super low. So I would just say wrap up income. You did a lot this year, continue, and then this is where you just choose. And so this is where I'm just going to leave it. So now you just answer all these questions, acquire, sell, exchange, virtual currency. I did not do any of that in 2020. I did this year though. Let's dig into my tax breaks. Let's check the deductions and credits you reported. Do these still apply? I'm just going to say no. I'm not going to worry about those. I did not make payments on a student loan. I did make estimated tax payments. College, no. To a qualified retirement plan, yes, I did. Oh, wait, actually not retirement, but I did do that Roth IRA. Oh my gosh. So you just click continue. Obviously, this is all different. So then on here, you just have to click review and start all these things. Okay, so I'm just going to click this because I don't know what this means. I guess this is if you want more time to pay yours. I don't. I'm just going to pay it whenever I need to, whenever I'm done with this. And then you're going to start your estimated taxes, which I don't know what this looks like. Federal estimated taxes for 2020. State. So this is going to be a little bit different depending on where you live. So local taxes, I don't even know what that means. It's not common since people don't pay. Most people don't pay. Yeah, so this you don't have to do, I'm sure. But your federal estimated taxes, you will have to do. So I did pay some. Some of you might not have, like I said earlier, but I did. I didn't pay very much. So you're just going to put however much you paid. I'm not going to get into that right now because I'm going to have to look back and see how much I paid. So there's different quarters when you're supposed to pay. Like I said, I missed a couple of them. So I'm going to have to put 0. I'll probably get fined for it or whatever. So make sure you always start paying this from now on because you don't want to have to deal with that. And so, yeah. And then I'm going to go back and just see if there's anything else that matters. I think the state estimated taxes, that's like if you have a state income tax or whatever. I don't pay state estimated taxes. Let me see if I say yes. What does it say? State. Yeah, that's different. I did not pay state estimated taxes. So I don't know what that is even talking about. So I wouldn't worry about that unless you live in a state that has income tax. Then I would worry more about it. And then I didn't pay any estimated taxes in 2020 or in 2019. Or 2019, not 2020. So I'm just going to click continue because I'm not going to worry about any of that right now, but I will have to do it. So estimated tax payments, continue. Your tax breaks. So you're going to have to start this because if you already paid a little of it, I think it's going to go back towards whatever you owe right now. So like means you already paid a small percentage or however much you paid, that it should take it off however much you're supposed to pay now. And if you overpaid, you might get money back. So, and then this is your Roth IRA. I'm not going to go over this. If you have one of these, you'll have to do this. But like I said, it has nothing to do with what my channel's about. So I'm not going to worry about that. And then also moving expenses. I don't know what in the world. Expensive no. That's so random. I don't know why that's even there. Okay. So then let's say wrap up tax breaks. A homeowner, no, I didn't own a home. No, my sales tax, no. Work-related moving, no, I didn't move. I didn't move for work, no. You just told us the standard deduction is best for you. I thought I already knew that. What? I already knew this. Is that all I was entering this information for? Charitable, no, I got nothing. Let's put 0. Let's see, let's qualify for any uncommon. See, you guys just have to answer a lot of random questions. No, I didn't hire a nanny. No, I don't. Did you experience it? No, I didn't. There's so much. Okay, so let's keep going. I think it's almost done. Let's make sure you got the right stimulus amount. So this is very interesting for people like Johnny where he still needs his stimulus stuff. So we're going to see, did you get a stimulus payment? Yes. And so you're just going to enter all that here. I'm not going to do that right now. Update later. It says, even if you don't do the food delivery driver working more, or if this work doesn't apply to you, you'll still need to update this info to keep your return accurately. Okay, I'm just going to say update later. You're eligible for deferral. I'm just going to skip. For Form 10, you may know there were no health insurance questions. Cool. You don't have to report your health insurance anymore. I don't have a form because I don't even have health insurance. So now you're just going to check your return, and it's going to make it for you. Like I said, I have a lot more to enter, so I just did this just with you guys, just so you guys can see what I had to do. So it's going to be a little bit different for you. 5 details. So it's going to tell you what you should review. You need to review all this. So I'm going to do this. Like I said, I just am not going to do it right now. So honestly, that's pretty much it, you guys. So then it's going to tell you how much you have due so far, which 471 is a great amount. So I'm very happy with that. But like I said, it's going to change. I have more money that I owe or that I haven't even filed yet, like Favor, DoorDash, or I already did DoorDash, but Grubhub, my other stuff, YouTube. There's a lot. So mine's going to be a lot more than 471. Probably not like a lot more, but I feel like that's pretty much it, you guys. Okay, so I feel like that's pretty much it, you guys. I've been recording for so long. I'm so sorry, but I hopefully will get this video shorter than it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I'm not a tax expert. I just thought it'd be cool to at least walk you through it so you kind of understand what to do and it makes a little bit more sense to you guys. If you have any questions at all, leave them down below. If I'm able to answer them, I will. If not, maybe someone else can answer them. And I don't know, but if you're really stuck, try to talk to a tax person. If you want someone to do it for you, if it's worth the money for you, just get a tax person to do it so you don't have any screw-ups. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Let me know what else you'd like to see. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!